G'day world, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today we are looking at a pickled steel knife. We are looking at this one. Okay, now before we get into that, this is a pickled steel weekend, because everything we're going to do this weekend is going to be from pickled steel. Why? Because this weekend I'm also announcing a giveaway. Okay, I wanted to say it's the 3 for 3 years, because on the 18th, which is next weekend, I think. Yeah, next weekend. It's Father's Day, and it's also Stuff We Do's third, let's get 3 fingers. 3 fingers. Okay. So it's Stuff We Do's birthday on the 18th. That's next week, Saturday, I think. No, 17th, 18th, Sunday. Okay, so next week, Sunday, on Father's Day, it's also Stuff We Do's 3rd birthday. So, yes. So, I'm not sure I'm going to do 3 for 3, but in the comments at the bottom, please list the 3 knives you want me to give away. If it's not something that I will definitely not part with, I will do that for you. Okay, it's going to be one of those South Africa only postnet to postnet giveaways. So yes, I'm not going to send it to your house. If you don't live near a postnet, get the closest one and then drive there and go pick it up. Okay, these guys, they're kind of going to look like this. Well, actually, the dark stonewash, but no weird lines. Flipper delete the Freya, so it will be a limited edition Stuff We Do Freya, and it's going to be a better red than my red that I tried to do. So yes, they are not in yet, but when they come in, we'll have another giveaway to give a few of those away. Okay, yes, so we'll see when that happens. So let's talk about this knife. Look at the tanto shape on this thing. It's a flat ground blade, but it's, I don't know, it feels like it's almost hollow. Okay, but flat ground blade, a bit fatter tip, so it's a dual grind on this thing. We have a swedge going over here, slight swedge. Is it a swedge? Am I lying to you? Is it straight? It's straight. I was definitely lying to you. Sorry about the dogs. Okay, but look at the star of the show on this knife. The G10 on this thing is fantastic, and if you can see, I don't know if you can, but this is actually raised. It's like little raised triangles of awesomeness. Can you see that? I hope you can. Okay, but anyway, it feels fantastic, which is nice, because if you're blind and you hold it, then you can actually feel the arrows pointing you in that direction. Now, I'm kidding. That's just a lucky coincidence. Anyway, on this side we have a pocket clip, and most of the times my pants go all the way up, but sometimes if I'm wearing things with a fatter hem, it stops over there. But it's not a train smash, because it's a very long pocket clip, so it's still very secure in your pocket. And I kind of like this coffin shaped handle we've got going on over here. Okay, but look at that thing. Isn't that just marvelous? Okay, long, thin, where's my rat? Okay, compared to a Rat 1, a bit longer in the handle on the Rat 1, but the blade is the same length. Look at that, but it's a thin thing. Can you see the thinness of it? Am I holding it straight? Can you see the... Now it looks longer than the Rat, but when I'm looking, oh, it is a bit longer than the Rat in blade and a bit shorter in handle. So if we put them like that, straight, let's check it. Oh, then it's exactly the same length. So if you know how big a Rat 1 is, sorry, I'm struggling to speak. It's Friday afternoon. I just got home. So yes. Okay. Awesome knife. Then I failed it. Awesome knife. Okay. Now, I cannot remember the price for this one, but it will be, well, I will put a link into Pickled Steel so you can go check it out. Let's just quickly look at that again. Pickled Steel over there, D2 Arrow S. Not sure what the S stands for, but it is super. Okay, now, we already said pocket clip, button screws will catch you there, but you have more clips, more that, and a little tool with a black cloth that you get with. But in some of the other ones where they have recessed screws, like these ones, I'm not sure if that will fit, but buy a lot of pickled steel, so you have a lot of spares, and then you can just swap out those ones with flat screws. Centering on this thing is pretty much perfect. Look at that thing. Okay, it runs on bearings, flips nicely. Now, you can fail it if you try. So, okay, try harder. Okay, so you can fail it if you try, but don't try. Just flip the thing out. Okay, so yeah, that's not a problem. Now, the only thing that might bother some people, to get, look at that, that's completely flush over there. This, straight. And that the liner doesn't really stand out. Nice thick liner though, but when you open this, you must do it deliberately. Oh, sorry, I'm starting a fire. It's Friday. We have to buy some charcoal or grit nonsense or something. Okay. But what makes this knife so attractive to me is the slimness. Such a long blade, such a thin knife, it feels very nice in hand. Okay, it is very square everywhere. Over there it's square, over there it's square, over there it's square. So it feels very square. Do you understand? Yeah, I suppose you know what I'm saying. Okay, nothing has been really chamfered off or anything like that. But when you hold it in hand, okay, we'll talk about the little bit of flex now, which is not a bad thing. When you hold it in hand, it's very nice to index. Okay, so some knives, when you hold them, they kind of feel like, I don't know, which way is which way. This thing is quite, you know exactly which way you are holding it and how you are holding it. Yeah, you must just keep your finger high so you can grab that thing. Otherwise, it comes down and you will eat your fingernail. Hopefully your fingernail. Okay, so keep the finger high when opening this thing. What I mean with high is closer towards the tab, so it stops there. Okay, otherwise it's going to just keep going. Okay, the flex. Do you see it flexes a little? Now it does have stainless steel liners, both sides nested. And then we have these two G10 things. But because it only has one standoff at the back and then the pivot in front, and it's such a long handle, when you hold it and you press hard, you can kind of feel it moving a bit, but it's not as bad as things like the old bug out and whatnot. Okay, well, it's definitely not that bad. Anyway, I quite like this knife. Okay, now coming up next, like I said, this whole weekend we're going to be doing pickled steels. Next one up, we have this one. Okay, good knife. Good knife. I quite like this one. We'll talk about it, and yes, it does look familiar. So if you're in the market for a budget baby, fantastic. But this thing looks good. Look at it, blacked out, all murdered out with a little pop of orange. Anyway, we'll be talking about this one. Then we will also be talking about this knife. Okay, this thing is in a class of its own. This is a fantastic knife. Everybody knows I like myself a thumb stud. Fidgety as all get out. Fantastic versatile shape. Okay, so we'll talk about that one. And then this thing surprised me. Look at it. Look at it. Beautiful micarta. Beautiful shape. Flipper, and you can easily spidey flick this thing. This is one of my new favorites. This knife does everything right. The blade shape quite, it reminds me of the Civivi, I'm going to say Wyvern. Yes, the Wyvern. Okay, but this is so much cooler. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about this one also. So this weekend is going to have at least 4. Let's just show 1 4. That's 8. I know math is also hard today. At least 4 pickled steel knives. We'll be talking about the giveaway as soon as you tell me which knives you want me to give away. Oh, and sorry, I'm not giving away any of my button locks. So that's out already. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'll just decide. Yes, let's see. Okay, so it's Friday. I'm going to add footage of last weekend's braai, because today we're only doing worstbroodjies, and that sucks. Maybe I'll add it, I don't know. And then, yes, I'm going to call this, because this was already a very long video. All of you, stay safe, happy, have a good one. Goodbye. Okay, a few huge T-bones, and then these wonderful things. Bacon, mushrooms with cream cheese inside. Okay, now we have an assortment of wors over here with this extremely big T-bone. The other one is off, that one is medium, this one I'm not sure what that's going to be. Okay, pork chops, these are the final ones. Look at these things, wonderfully big and delicious.